Hi, I'm Celine Yeager. You know that old saying, you never forget how to ride a bike? Well, it turns out that's only partly true. Sure, you can get on your bike and pedal, but do you really know how to drive your bike in today's traffic? Yes, I said drive your bicycle. You see, a bicycle needs to be driven just like a motor vehicle. In most states, bicycles are considered vehicles, and bicyclists have the same responsibilities and rights as motorists. That's why I wanted to spend a few minutes going over some simple tips that will improve the safety and enjoyment of your bicycling. We're going to cover all the things you need to get ready to ride in terms of equipment, and then we'll look at some bicycling handling basics. We'll teach you the 5 traffic principles bicyclists should abide by, and we'll make sure you know how to avoid hazards you might encounter on the road, bike trails, and paths. By the end of this video, you'll know how to be visible, predictable, alert, and assertive. This advice will help us keep safe on the roadways, help us avoid crashes, we'll feel more comfortable in traffic, and we'll have a great riding experience. A lot of people ask me why I ride my bike so often. There are so many answers, it's hard to choose just one. Beside the benefit of a great low-impact workout that's great for my heart and lungs, there's the pleasure of enjoying the outdoors, relaxing, saving money, and avoiding traffic and parking problems. Riding is also good for the environment. Since it doesn't burn fossil fuel, it can reduce unhealthy emissions. Cycling is great solo or with friends and family. No matter why you ride or where you're going, you need to know how to drive your bicycle with safety in mind. Let's learn from Sue, a seasoned cyclist who has an errand to run. She has asked her friend Mark to join her. Mark is a rookie, and while he thinks he knows all there is to cycling, today he'll learn a few things he never thought of.
Hey Mark, glad you could come with me today. It's a great day for a ride.
Okay, I'm ready to roll.
Where's your helmet, Mark?
Oh, it's in there somewhere. I don't think I need it. I've never crashed before.
Mark, it's not just about your ability to ride. When you're on the streets, you're vulnerable to other people's driving mistakes. I'm not going to let you take that chance. A bicycle helmet can seriously decrease your chance of head trauma. Riding with me, you're going to have to be smart and ride safely. Besides, we need to be a role model for the kids and wear a helmet every time we go out.
Okay, let me go dig it up. It's here somewhere. These things just don't fit right.
There's helmets to fit every rider. You just have to take a few seconds to properly size and adjust them. Your helmet should be the proper size for your head. Different helmets fit differently. Choose one that's not too tight or too loose. The helmet should sit level on your head, and the sliders should form a V underneath your earlobes, and the chin strap should be tight, with room to breathe, of course.
Wow, that feels much better. Let's hit the road.
Hold on, Mark. There are a few things we need to do to get ready. Does that bike fit you properly? It looks like you have enough clearance. You don't want to ride a bike that's too big or too small for you. You should have 1 to 2 inches between you and the bike's top tube. On mountain bikes, with sloping top tubes, you need 3 to 5 inches. Your seat height is correct. Your knees should have a slight bend when your pedal is in the downmost position. You'll maximize your efficiency this way and prevent knee injury. Now, one more thing. Something you should always do, even if you're just going out for a short ride, you should always do the ABC quick check.
Well, what's that? Can't we just go?
Hold on, it only takes a minute. And judging by the dust on your bike, it hasn't been checked in a while. Hop off, I'll show you.
Oh.
The ABC quick check is easy to remember. A stands for air. Check the pressure in your tires to make sure they aren't too soft. Riding on soft tires can ruin your wheel rims. Also, low pressure could cause a flat. You can check with the inflation rating, which should be printed right there on the edge of the tire. You can also check with a pressure gauge. Most good bike pumps have one built in. B stands for brakes. Squeeze and test the brakes to make sure they're going to stop you. You want to be sure the brake lever doesn't come closer than a thumb's width from the handlebars. If your brakes are worn or too loose, take it to a mechanic from a good bike shop. Let them fix it. Be sure the brakes aren't rubbing and that the wheel is spinning freely. C stands for cranks, chain, and cassette. Grab both crank arms and do the wiggle test. Make sure they're tight. You also want to give a quick revolution to the cranks. Make sure the chain spins smoothly on its rear cogs. Quick, if your bike has quick release levers at the wheel hubs, make sure they're closed tightly. Wheels should be seated snugly in the dropouts. Check the seat binder too if it has a quick release lever. Last is check. Check your bicycle. Do a brief test ride. Make sure everything is working properly and that nothing is loose.
Okay.
If there's anything wrong you can't fix, be sure to take your bike to a good mechanic. It's also important to wear eye protection. We can be traveling at speeds that can turn a simple bug into a blinding torpedo.
Blinding torpedo.
You probably want gloves and sturdy shoes too. Speaking of gear, do you have a light in case we run late?
Should I bring a sleeping bag too? No, I'll be fine.
I've got extra gear in case you need it. We will need white front headlights and rear red reflectors to help make us more visible at times when it's hard to see us. And when it's foggy or rainy at dawn or dusk or at night. Besides, it's the law.
What does the law have to do with us on bicycles?
Bicycles are given the same rights and must follow the same rules as motor vehicles when on the roadway. We're going to follow the rules of the road to stay safe. We're going to operate on the road pretty much the same way as if we were driving a car. You wouldn't go driving a car without lights at night, would you?
No, of course not.
Okay, power pedal up.
What?
That means standing over your bike with the pedal you're going to push down on first in the up position. Okay, great. Use your dominant foot to step down and place the other foot on the other pedal.
Oh, like that, okay.
Whether you're riding the bike path, leaving from your house for an easy spin, or riding a 20-mile commute to work, you will encounter traffic, other riders, vehicles, and pedestrians. One of the keys to your safety is your ability to handle your bike, to balance, steer, turn while scanning for hazards, and to control your speed.
Bicycles have a certain challenge when they're on the roadway. To be visible, be predictable, be alert, and be assertive.
Man, this is a lot more involved than I thought. Maybe we should practice riding around a bit. It's been a while since I've been riding.
While you're riding, you should constantly be scanning to your left, to your right, and in front of you to watch for hazards. A basic scanning skill is looking back over your shoulder while steering straight. It's a good idea to practice that, like here in this empty line.
Okay.
It's a good idea to practice safe braking. You want to use a combination of the front and rear brakes. Too much front brake can throw your body weight forward, throwing you over the handlebars.
Oh, gee.
Practice using your front brake as you improve your braking control. If your rear wheel starts to skid, ease up on the front brake. If you have to stop quickly in an emergency situation, you use both brakes and shift your weight back over the rear tire. This helps you make a smooth, controlled stop in a hurry. So turning is more than just steering, it's also leaning. To turn quickly, in order to avoid a crash, there's a technique called the quick turn. Quick turns involve a quick flick of the handlebars in the opposite direction of the turn. This is also called counter steering, which helps get you leaning in the direction of the turn. Turn the wheel back quickly to complete your turn. Do not brake during a quick turn, and make sure the outside pedal is down so you don't scrape the inside pedal during the lean. So Mark, you feel a little more comfortable with your skills now?
Yes. I'm glad we practiced it though. It's been a long time since I've been on a bike, but it feels really good.
Cool. Well, Mark, you might feel a little rusty, but just keep this in mind. Cyclists fare best when they act and are treated as drivers of vehicles.
But I'm not as big as a car, or as fast. How do I act like one?
You just need to know and follow 5 basic traffic principles. Come on, I'll explain them while we ride.
Okay, let's go.